Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at the fifth and final season of Breaking Bad. So in this season, Walter and Jesse have to look for another means of continuing their drug business following the chaos that ensued at the end of season 4. The DEA is also investigating the aftermath of that chaos, and because this is the DEA we're talking about, this also refers to Hank. And this puts the characters at risk, specifically Walter, Jesse, and Mike. Now, some people consider this, if not season 4, to be the best season of Breaking Bad. And it's easy to see why, so let's get into it. So firstly, this is the only season in the show to have 16 episodes, but this is the one season where it's easy to distinguish the first half from the second half. And that's mainly because the first 8 episodes were released in 2012, and we didn't get the second half until 2013 because series creator Vince Gilligan needed more time to work on the second half. And speaking of which, he actually had an idea of how the entire season would play out initially, but scrapped the second half because according to him, things became a bit too chaotic. So he needed more time to work on the second half, and I think that was the right decision. Walter and Jesse's relationship is tested in this season like never before, and rightfully so. And if you've seen the show, you'll understand why. Mike is having some legal issues as an account that has money that he's passing on to his next of kin has been frozen by the DEA as they are becoming suspicious of his potential involvement with the chaos that ensued at the end of season 4. Everybody's favorite criminal lawyer Saul Goodman and his 2 employees, Huel and Patrick, are back. Saul Goodman had a good send-off in this season, and I think it'll really encourage you to go and watch Better Call Saul, which is also on Netflix, just to get a glimpse of the roots of the character. The season also introduced Lydia, an executive from Madrigal. Madrigal is a German company that is the parent company of the Los Pollos Hermanos restaurant. Well, Madrigal is the short term for it. It's a much longer name, but Madrigal's good enough for me. She is doing her best to cover up any involvement she had with Los Pollos Hermanos to avoid any legal trouble with the DEA. Eventually, she becomes involved with Walter and Jesse, and how that played out and what led to that in the first place is interesting. Let's not forget Todd and his uncle Jack, who begin a partnership of sorts with Walter and Jesse regarding the meth business. But with the DEA in pursuit of the identity of Heisenberg, things get out of hand. Another character finds out about Walter's secrets. I'm not going to say who, but it's important to the story and it was right on time. Walter's family are put in danger yet again, and things become very, very intense and somewhat terrifying when that happens. And now it's time to address the real elephant in the room. I don't mean that in a bad way, but I think you get the idea. I'm of course referring to the last 3 episodes, Ozymandias, Granite State, and Felina. This is where the story takes a somewhat disastrous but effective turn for the better. Not only will it subvert your expectations, but these 3 episodes are among the best episodes of the entire show. Speaking of which, the finale was probably the best way to end the show, while also kind of leaving the door open for the El Camino movie. Kind of made sense for the 6-year wait so that they don't jump into it immediately. That way we as fans could speculate on the ending for a while before we got the movie. Now, the only thing I don't like about season 5 is the fact that the first half just isn't as good as the second half, because it's important to the story, but it's also very slow and occasionally kind of tedious, but it was effective. It was just not as exciting as the second half. And that's pretty much it. So that was my review of Season 5 of Breaking Bad. What a great way to end the greatest TV show of all time. So next time we're gonna look at the El Camino movie, which admittedly, as of this recording, I have not seen it because I've been busy binging Better Call Saul, and I'll get to that before I start working on my review of it. So thank you all for watching. Please be sure to like the video, share it and subscribe, and hit the notification icon. Be safe during this time, and I'll see you soon.